Uh, Hi everyone, my name is Minsam. Today I'm going to talk about the online sports viewing. So I hope you can enjoy this talk like a sports watching. So actually many people like sports and enjoy watching sports. So as you experienced before, the existence of co-viewers makes sports watching more enjoyable. So sports watching often occurs in social context at a stadium, or home, or pub. Yeah. So now we can enjoy sports with others via social TV services. It provides social awareness on the presence of other co-viewers by displaying the number of co-viewers or providing some chatting functions. In such online sports viewing, mass interactions among co-viewers often occurs. By posting messages, sports fans, online sports fans express their feelings or cheer for their favorite teams. So about the mass interaction in online sports viewing, there have been many related studies. First of all, sports viewing behavior have been studied such as analyzing its context and motives. Also, some researchers try to understand online mass interaction in IRC or Twitter groups. Lastly, there have been many social TV studies to better provide social features while watching a TV program. However, still our knowledge of mass interaction in online sports viewing remain limited. So the purpose of our study is to understand the mass interaction in online sports viewing system and explore practical ideas for the design. For the study, we collected the mass interaction data in Naver Sports as a popular online sports viewing site in Korea. It provides a live video stream with real-time chat messages. And also, so users can post the chat messages by selecting their favorite team and leaving text. Also, users can use a team filter to display chat messages of fans on a particular team. Naver Sports also enables users to report abusive users by selecting a specific chat messages. So we crawled 6 million chat messages in Naver Sports. So if you want to use this data, then just contact us. We already uploaded it online, so you can use the data. So to analyze the Naver Sports data, we use UGT, user gratification theory-based approach. So this UGT approach have been widely used to study how and why people use the media, so such as social media or blog. Usually, UGT study follows 3 steps. First, it analyzes users' usage behaviors. Next, it identifies the motives of users. And finally, it analyzes the particular usage patterns related to particular motives. So now, first I will show our analysis result on the Naver Sports users' chat message behavior. So we analyze mass interaction in online viewing both quantitatively and qualitatively. So first we quantitatively analyze the chat messages. So the results show that the chat in online sports viewing tend to be faster than prior mass interaction settings. And also its lengths tend to be short. Also, a small number of active users posted a large number of messages. This is similar with Twitter and Usenet studies. Next, we conducted content analysis. For doing this, we sampled 2,500 messages. For doing that, we randomly picked the 25 start points and sampled 100 consecutive chats at each start point. Then we conducted affinity diagramming to group similar messages according to their topics and functions. So this is the result of the chat topic analysis. The results show that chat messages were strongly topically coherent. Over 90% of the chat messages were related to sports. Mostly these are about current players, plays, teams, or some cheerleaders or commentators. On the other hand, about 6% of the chat messages was about the non-sports topic. These are about trending, some trending topics, like some Justin Bieber did something, and or some self-expressions like "I'm hungry now." Yeah. So next, we found the 4 functions of chat interaction in neighbor sports. These are commentating current sports, and also there was emotional responsive, like using emoticons. Next, cheering and jeering. Viewers often encourage each others and also mock other fans. Also, interestingly, there were questioning and answering chats. Some viewers ask about some current game situations, and also other viewers answer to the questions. So next, let's see motives for mass interaction in online sports viewing. To identify the motive for mass interaction in online sports viewing, we follow these 4 steps. First, we conducted exploratory study to extract some motive expressions. Then we generate the statement about the motives based on the extracted motive expressions. An example of the statement like this: I enjoy neighbor sports chatting because I want to share my own witty interpretation of the game situation to others. So using these statements, next we conducted a large-scale survey to ask the agreement with each motive statement. So we send the email to neighbor sports users who have joined the chatting before. Total 1123 users responded to the survey. And finally, we conducted a factor analysis to group similar motive statement based on the participants' responses. So this is the table to represent our factor analysis result. So finally, we found the 7 motives here. So, okay. Yeah, like this man, the first motive was related to the sharing feelings and thoughts. This includes the chats to express their feelings and thoughts about the gameplay. And also there are chats to discuss with others about the current event. Yeah, the second chat is labeled as fun and entertainment. This is related to joking and laughing. Someone wants to make others laugh, and others also enjoy that funny chat. And there is a motive to ask something to others. So the example of a statement about the information-seeking behavior is like this. I can ask questions about something I do not know while watching a game. And on the other hand, there is an information offering motive. This motive is to provide useful information for other co-viewers and also answer to others' questions. Also, okay, let's go Giants. So we found 2 kinds of membership motives. So first one is intra-membership. You can think this like a fanship or group affiliations. So like this example statement, it makes me feel like I'm a fan of our team. This was intra-membership motives. And next is inter-membership motives. It's about the kind of fight between fans. So cheering the opposing teams or defending their own team against the insult are related to this motive. And lastly, it's emotional release. Like at a stadium, online viewers also express their emotions by posting messages. So it reflects the user's desire to express their emotional feelings while watching sports, such as shouting or yelling. So even though it's a textual form, but chatting function can help sports viewers to release their emotions. So so far we identify their uses and motives. So finally, we investigate the relationship between usage and motives. So here we conducted multiple regression analysis to predict motives using chatting usage behaviors. So here, dependent variables were about the motives, and they are quantified by averaging an individual users or rating scores on the question items on each motive. And we used 19 independent variables. There are 3 categories: demographics, viewing behaviors, and chatting behaviors. We use both survey and chatting usage raw data. And most of the variables are from statistics, but I want to introduce fanship variable we newly defined. So we measure fanship using team selection behavior in neighbor sports. When users post a message, they are asked to select their side. So we assume this team selection is kind of the expression of their fan identity. So if a user team selection is skewed into 1 or 2 teams, then we think this behavior represents a strong friendship. Otherwise, if a user selects several teams and changes his side every time, then we consider this behavior weak friendship. So this huge table presents a regression analysis result. And here I briefly show some important findings by our analysis. First 2 motives, sharing feelings and thoughts, and also fun and entertainment. Those have these motives, tend to just enjoy chatting. So they often do another work during their watching, and also their friendship is not strong. So chatting and communicating with others is more important for these people than sports game itself. Also, we found usage behaviors relate to information sharing activities. Interestingly, unlike other motives, we found the use of reporting abusive users is more frequently used by information seekers and information providers. Also, the number of their messages are quite many. So here, we know they are active chatters and hate some distractions by abusive messages. Also, relate to the membership motives, their friendship tend to be strong. So they are active fans, namely, they don't miss their team's game. Also, we found the frequent use of team filtering is related to this motive. So they often filter out opposing fans' talks to focus on the same fans' chats. Lastly, about the emotional release motives. If a user has the strong motive via emotional release, then their chat messages tend to be short. This is related to the use of emoticons, and also they frequently use mobiles to watch sports games. So in this study, we conducted UGT analysis on mass interaction in online sports viewing, and we found 7 motives, and each motive shows particular usage patterns. So here, I want to show some important design implication for online sports viewing. First, Fun and entertainment and emotional release motifs will relate to use of short messages with emoticon. So supporting for expressing viewers' feelings and displaying co-viewers' overall emotions will gratify these motifs better. And next, information seeking and offering motifs will relate to the use of reporting abusive users, possibly because they want to focus on their conversations. So providing better environment for information sharing, such as using intelligent filters or Q&A text, will be helpful. Also, finally, membership motifs will relate to skewed team selection and the frequent use of team chatting filters which represent fan identity. So it should help viewers express their fan identity, such as adopting a batch system or showing the number of concurrent fans on each team. It will be helpful to gratify these motives. Okay, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Yeah.